What's going on, team? It's your boy G. We back at it again with another episode of the G Files, man. In today's episode, we are going to be reviewing the new My Hero Academia movie, World Heroes Mission. And I'm super excited for this because this was my first time really going to see like an anime movie in theaters, bro. Everything else I done seen, it was just like, on the regular streaming services online and stuff like that. But this was my first experience going to see it on the IMAX big screen, and bruh, it did not disappoint. But before I get into the actual review, man, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. We're on the road to 1,000 subscribers. Any bit of support is greatly appreciated. You could be watching anything on YouTube right now, but you decided to check this video out, so I appreciate y'all. Without further ado, let's jump into the video. All right, y'all, man, so as y'all know, My Hero, their animations go crazy, and seeing it on the IMAX screen, bro, I was like in awe. Like, I couldn't believe what I was watching, bro. And it was just so effortless that I had to really take a second, like, yo, I'm not missing no more IMAX opportunities for, some of my favorite anime. But like I was saying, the animations was fire, the colors, everything was popping, the music was on point. I was like full on concert in that joint. And like the initial opening for this joint, bro, set the tone. I was super excited after, just initially like just watching that and getting the understanding of like, okay, what's this movie really gonna be about? I think the new suits that they unveiled in this movie were super dope. That one thing that I did wish, like, what's different about this movie is that, like, they carried on with the drip, right? So like once we got past like the initial opening with like, them revealing with the new suits and with Deku, Bakugo, and Shoto with their basic, winter modifications to their suit, man, I wish those kind of carried over to like what we were actually going to see, because I feel like it would have made things a little bit more special, even though I don't think that takes away from the film itself. But that's just like a nitpicky thing that, I wish something new that they could carry on from this movie, so it made you like, oh, I need to go see it so I can understand how they got that. At the end of the day, that's just me. You know what I'm saying? That doesn't take away from how good the movie was. I think the movie had like a really simple plot. I think it was easy to understand, and you could look at that as a knock, you know what I'm saying, just because it's something that we've definitely seen before. Not necessarily from My Hero specifically, but in other instances, plenty of different instances. The one that comes to mind specifically is, Legend of Korra, the whole Armand arc and stuff like that. So once I understood, like, the whole premise of like what this faction or this group, this organization's mission was, I was like, okay, I could tell where this is going. Now, don't get me wrong, this organization, this group, they were no slouches. They was very connected, and I got that feel, of feeling like, they really about it. Like, they got all their ducks in a row. They got the police and the government in their pocket, they was really on move. So just because I knew where we was going, with the plot and things like that, that doesn't take away from like me being able to enjoy the film, because the time was great, bro. All right, so the next thing I wanted to talk about was, just some of the cameos that we saw. So this joint was worldwide. I mean, it was in the freaking title. You know what I'm saying? Like, we got to see all of the heroes and the students go to, all the big cities across the world. And, we saw different landmarks that, gave us that worldwide feel. And I can really appreciate that, because that's kind of a hard thing to do, because you want things to look unique, right? You don't want to just to kind of blend all together. But, with that worldwide aspect to this movie, we got to see a lot of cameos. And, I appreciate being able to see, some of the other characters and other students and, some of the heroes that, we are very familiar with, and some that we're not. Because, getting to see everybody use their quirks and see how they are able to use them together was just a cool sequence of events. Now, one thing that I didn't really like about that was that, we didn't really get to see no other schools participate in this mission. Like, I think it would have been dope to see some of the other, top hero schools participate in this, quote unquote work study / underground mission, because some of them have some really cool quirks, especially the tornado dude. I forgot his name, but y'all know who I'm talking about. I'm gonna put him on the screen right now. But yeah, having some of those cameos in there, that would have been pretty cool. And just seeing all the different heroes that are from those native cities and those native towns, that would have been dope as well. All right, and since we're talking about cameos, man, let's talk about the three amigos. The reason why we're all here, seeing Bakugo, Shoto, and Deku go to work, bro. These are, you know, the big three. And, you know, with them being such a heavy hitter group and working with the new #1 hero in Endeavor, you know, it was bound for us to see them do some dope stuff in this movie. And one thing that I like about that is that, you know, they all got their shine. They all had their moments. They all had their new moves. And it was just a dope thing to see, because usually with anime movies, you know, the side characters are literally just that. They might have like one little moment here and there throughout the movie, but one thing about My Hero is that they share the wealth. And by them doing that, it allowed us to have some really dope moments, some really awesome reveals, and just overall like it was just so cool, bro. Bakugo, go crazy. That's all I'm gonna say. And we also get to see those little nuanced characteristics that, you know, the normal anime plot might take a little bit longer for us to really notice. Like, take for instance Bakugo. In this, we got to really see him shine as far as, like, you know, just from a knowledge standpoint, and just showing like his brilliance, and be able to, you know, break stuff down that other people were having some trouble with. And just seeing him be able to use technology and just be able to be uncharacteristic to his like initial character that we all know and love. And then we also got to see Shoto step up as a leader and really hold the squad down, you know. And Deku's going to do Deku things. He's going to persevere. He's going to continue to grow as the, you know, the main character in this whole story, which was something that was pretty obvious. But I think the character growth that happens between Deku and with the Batman and Robin dynamic that Deku had with Rhodey in this movie, we allow for those moments to happen like naturally over the course of the film. It wasn't super direct, and, you know, the closure that we got throughout was a really good feeling. All right, now let's get into what y'all probably have been waiting for, man. The fights, bro. The fights. So I think the fights in this joint was really good because they were all really different. Each major fight and each battle or side battle or chasing scene had its own sense of flair and creativity that kept you not only engaged, but just not really be able to predict like where they're going to take us next. I think that the villains were good. I think that, you know, the big bad was good. More so from a quirk standpoint, it really was like the perfect matchup for Deku, because like I said before, we saw a lot of different combos and, you know, just different squads that, you know, had to do battle and carry out their own separate missions. But when it came to like the main big three battle with Bakugo, Deku, and Shoto, the villains that they were fighting were very, very comparable to their style and just their quirk in general. It really just leveled the playing field up, and I was just like, really, I was like, okay, yeah, they really trying to go to work, man. I mean, the level of commitment between the villains and the organization in this movie really surprised me. But I think it was well worth the watch, especially in IMAX on the big screen. But I'm definitely going to peep it again once it's out everywhere. But I definitely enjoyed this experience in this movie, and it definitely changed my perspective on anime films, bro, for sure. So I have to give this movie a 90 out of 100 G-File score, just because it was really, really good, man. I really enjoyed this joint, and there's not really that much bad I can say about it. Now, was it the most wild and crazy thing that I've ever seen? No, but it was very entertaining, and I enjoyed just the whole experience, from the ambiance and the music and just the animation and just, bro, it just was going crazy. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. Let me know what you guys thought of the movie in the comment section below, and I'll holler at y'all in the next one. Y'all be easy, y'all know the vibes. Always keep growing, see going, speed boy G. I'm gone. Peace.